Hello, art history students. Welcome to Potomac State College Spring 2024 Art History Online. So every semester at the beginning of the semester, I make one of these little videos to kind of just walk you guys through the basics of the course, basically how to get an A, what to expect throughout the semester, just like we would if we were in person on the first day of class kind of thing. So we'll jump right into it, kind of make this one short and sweet. All right, so these are the course learning objectives. So by the end of the semester, you will be able to analyze an artwork, present a opinion on it through a short writing assignment. You're going to have a working knowledge of art history and the context in which it was created. That one is really important through this course. These are all listed in the syllabus, and it's just kind of like your overall goals for the entirety of the semester. All right, so we're going to jump right in with kind of the special note about this class. So a lot of this class is going to be dealing with, like I said before, putting art in the context in which it was created. And sometimes that context touches upon aspects that might be uncomfortable. So we're going to talk about things like war, genocide, um, death. We're going to see a lot of nudity. We're going to talk about a lot of other religions that you may not be familiar with, cultures that no longer exist, human sacrifices, sometimes some difficult topics. But remember that we're talking about them and you're seeing these things, especially the nudity and whatnot, in an educational setting. So it is not, I just want you to keep that context in mind as we go further, as we go through the class, especially if you see something that you're unfamiliar with. All right, so the plan, just to give it, this is kind of the boring stuff. So this course is asynchronous, meaning that we are never coming together at the same time. It's completely online and you will consume uh, educational content through these YouTube videos and readings and research of your own on your own time. So the assignment schedule follows a Tuesday to Monday breakdown. So every Monday, something is going to be due in this class. And at that little switch over from 11:59 when everything's due to 12:01, new artwork or new work will appear. Now, here we are. You should be watching this probably on the 8th, right? The first day of class. So your first assignment, your first week, you have 3 things to do. You're going to watch this intro video. Oh my goodness, you're already doing it. There's a discussion on getting to know you, which we'll talk about here in just a moment. And then there's a video lecture on the basic styles of art and where to find that. Now, week 2, the only thing that's actually due that you need to do is this discussion, this getting to know you discussion. It will be due on the 15th. You need to do that because there is a, if you don't report and turn something in the first week, I will submit your name, like they require me to submit your name. There's a potential that you'll get dropped. You'll probably be contacted first. So week 2's work is already open and available for you right now. It's not due until the 22nd, but it is open at this moment. So you can knock out the getting to know you discussion like that, right? It's about you and what you're doing and who you are. All right, so that one's very easy. We're going to talk about it in just a little bit. And then all these other videos, there are 3 discussions and a test that's due for the 22nd. That's all open, like I said, and ready for you to participate in. So if you have any questions, email me. All right, attendance and participation. So you must complete tests, essays, discussions as part of your attendance. Discussions are not optional. I don't know if some other classes maybe have some optional discussions or whatnot. These add up. Most of them are worth 10 points. A few are worth 15 or 20, and they're going to add up to the same, if not more, than a test. So there's something that you need to do. They're certainly not optional. So also with the attendance, my rule of thumb is I do not open tests back up. I do not open discussions back up for you after the date. Now, if you know something is going on in advance, contact me as soon as you know. And that way we can work together to get you caught up if you're going into surgery in 2 weeks, let me know and maybe you can just complete the test beforehand or something of that nature. So I will work with you, but I need to know, especially as soon as possible, if not beforehand. If you wait 3 or 4 weeks and then say, hey, I want to take test too, that's, that's why didn't you come to me sooner, right? You've turned in other things since then. Why didn't you worry about that during that time? Okay, so grades. There's going to be 6 tests, and then there's an essay that's worth 100 points, and then there are discussions. There are a lot more than 10 discussions. So the class is approximately 800 points. Last semester it was 850. So somewhere around in there for the grand total for the course. Occasionally something happens in a discussion doesn't get filtered in properly or something like that, and that will obviously be excused for you guys. So, but your grade's based on everything that you turn in for the class. All right, so how are you going to receive content? This class has no book, which is great. You don't have to purchase a textbook. So this is just a screenshot straight from Blackboard. If you go to the unit that we're on, which is Unit 1 right now, all the video lectures are right there for you. They're YouTube videos. Some of them are a little bit long, such as life. And then the discussions are in a separate section underneath of that. The test for each unit will appear usually at the top when it's on the week that it's open, because sometimes we'll work on a unit before the test, like a week before the test. So usually it's at the top. If not, it'll probably be at the bottom. But the unit test will be in each of those individual units. And then, like I said, the discussions, which is right underneath of it, that's where you'll find all of the discussion boards. On to that. So each video lecture has a corresponding discussion that goes along with it. Usually it's kind of an open-ended question, not something that you can just Google the answer to. Kind of your opinions on something. Do you think these two things relate to each other? Compare and contrast them, those type of things. You want to write at the minimum 100 words to get full credit for that. There should be something that says that on the top, but that's the kind of rule of thumb. So the course calendar is going to let you know when the discussions are due. There's this syllabus and calendar section, right? And then, of course, I have 2 email addresses. Don't hesitate to email me at any time. So let's talk about this first discussion. So the first discussion is getting to know you. I want to know the who, what, when, where, why, and how of you. So who are you? What do you study or plan to study? When and where would you go if you had a time machine? Pause for 2 seconds. This question, when and where would you go, time would you go if you had a time machine? There is a history element to this course. So don't be that student that's too cool for school. Like, I don't know, go surfing. So it doesn't matter when in time I'd go. Don't be that student, right? Give it a little bit of thought. We might be exploring South America. Or we will be exploring the art of South America. So if there's an area of the world that you're interested in, let me know in here. If a whole bunch of students are saying all the time that they're interested in a certain area of the world that I don't pay or that we don't touch on that much, it might influence future classes. So go ahead and give it a little bit of thought. Then why would you go there? And then just for fun, how do you get your caffeine? Do you drink coffee, tea, pop, nothing at all? Just so you know, I am a coffee person every morning, 1 cup, 2 creams, no sugar in it. Gotta have it every day. All right. So before we go any farther, I'm just gonna go ahead and introduce myself. So my name is Lacey Miller. I am the art history professor here at Potomac State. I went to WVU for my undergraduate degree and then Clemson for my master's. I would go, when and where in time would I go if I had a time machine? There are a lot of places I would like to go. I would like to see medieval Europe, but only if I could visit it in like a germ bubble. You know what I mean? Like during the Black Death, I would not want to just kind of be amongst the general population. I'd want some kind of time machine that I could safely stay in as I watched that time. in history. So just so you know, the reason that my email and my name are different is when I was at WVU, I was under my maiden name of Shamball, and they never gave me a new email. So that's why my email looks very odd in comparison to my name. All right, moving on from that. So your first discussion is going to be due January 15th, right? Monday. One Monday from today. That's technically the only thing that's due the 15th, but all the work for week 2, which is a little bit of a heavier week as far as the 3 discussions and then the test that's due and the 3 videos. You need to watch those videos in order to do the discussions. Sorry. So knock this one out because you can knock it out easy and then start working on the other stuff. All right. Email me if you have any questions or concerns. I'm pretty good about getting back to you guys within 24 hours. That's my goal. Sometimes that doesn't happen, but that is something I really strive for. So let me know if you have any questions, and I think we're going to have a great semester. Thanks.